And he said when he was on acid, that's when all of his fucking characters, the Fritz the cat, the cat that likes to fuck ostriches, and all that shit was all done on acid. I remember one time when I was watching a basketball game, I was on acid, and it was a Nets game, and like Derek Coleman made this amazing, reverse dunk, and I'm like, yeah! I go, did you guys see that play? And it was in commercial break. My friends were not on acid. They were like, what are you talking about? They're in commercials. I was hallucinating plays.
Did you ever trip with anyone? You were just around with straight people?
I really tripped a lot by myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I was so impatient. So I'd get the acid, everyone would be like, okay, we're going to do this on Sunday, get ready. I'm like, fuck it, I have it on Friday. I'm taking it. But then, no one else wanted to do it.
First sign of addiction.
Yeah,
First sign.
Probably.
We used to do it in school. We would fucking do it in school. And that... You couldn't stay the whole day. At a certain point, you had to go, you know what, we're leaving.
I have to get out.
We tried this thing, but, so I would do it, and, like, I would go in my class where my friends wouldn't be, and, laughing at some shit that really isn't, all that funny. But at the time, just the entire thing about people sitting in desks looking at a woman just is hysterical to me.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? I feel like acid deconstructs our societal learning. Like, everything you learn from your own personal experience, you use, but things that you were structured, you just get rid of completely. So the idea of being in a classroom, having one person talking to you, just seems ludicrous.
Yeah, it really is.
Nothing matters. Are you kidding? No, I don't think anything matters when you're on acid.
I find that not so much nothing matters, but I just understand everything. Like, everything that's happening, it's fine because it was meant to happen. Does that make sense?
I think maybe your own personality comes out.
Yeah.
And you are a person who probably has a belief that everything is more, and Dave lives a more chaotic existence. And as you can see, where he is the only being, everything else is just his giant ball pit.
It would be very interesting for the two of us to truly just to see what would happen.
He doesn't do it with other people.
I know, right? If I ever did it again, that would be it for me. I'd jump off a building.
Yeah, I don't know how I would react now as an adult.
I don't think I could be able to take it. I really don't.
I think I would be able to handle it, but I'd be afraid of what would happen when it came down. I wouldn't be able to look at the world the same way. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I might find out a truth that I don't want to let go of.
It's the Matrix.
Yeah.
My wife hates me.
Really? And I always thought that red pill, blue pill was very fucking similar to acid. Because he looks at it, remember how it just overtook him?
Yes.
And then he went to a different reality where he wasn't really welcome back to the old reality again. He was always going to be an outsider.
And he was panicked in the beginning when it was first coming.
And you can. I think you can still channel it. You can still like make like inanimate objects just do funny things if you think hard enough. It's still in me. I can feel it. Like I was saying before, if I stretch too hard or something like that, I'll start seeing like acid fireflies. Like they'll just appear out of nowhere. And then
you ever just try to do the trails on your own? You just barely see them.
Right.
But when we're talking about trails, like when you move, you can see all the hands behind your hands.
Like a blur effect.
Like looking at footage 30 frames a second, you're seeing it.
Yeah, you're seeing each hand, so it's not just a blur, but you're seeing the hand at each place.
Yeah.
It doesn't exactly go away.
Oh, wow.
So it almost, you're like, is that all the other dimensions?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Is that all the other me's?
Wow,
That's
crazy, dude. Imagine you're seeing all the moments in time that you've left in the past.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, that is crazy.
Shit. My other dimensions better hide their porn. But I think that's one thing that Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas captured really well is on the carpet, how they start to bleed upwards onto the wall.
Right.
I thought that is exactly what acid looks like, and it was the first time I thought a real film like captured the effect. I didn't think Easy Rider necessarily truly captured the effects when they were in New Orleans or whatever.
It really, I mean, they captured it from the outside, what it looks like to look at somebody, because those guys were actually tripping during those scenes. Where they thought that was acting. Hey, let's take the acid, and you follow me with a camera, and I'll hold on to a statue and call it my dead mother. And action.
Fez Hopper, some director.
Yeah. Oh, he's something else.
Did you guys like wood grain on acid? Like the patterns in wood grain? Did you ever notice those?
Oh yeah, where you see almost like the watermarks in there.
They would turn to like ghosts for me. They would like start to move up the walls and start to morph into each other.
You had a real connection with wood and trees and
It's
stuff.
very strange. It seems like the nature stuff. I tripped harder in nature.
Nature is like where sometimes, particularly if you're doing it during the daytime.
Oh,
you don't want to be in the woods at night, but during the daytime or at the beach. I don't even. I hate to act like all these stories are great, but you know what I mean. They happen. But we were in this convertible. And me and this girl were with my friend. He's driving the convertible, and for some reason, we really thought it made sense at the time. We sat up in the back of the convertible and we just waved at people like we're in a fucking parade, like we're the king and queen of the parade. And we thought everybody was so happy to see us. Thank you. This is a great day, isn't it? Everything is fucking great.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad. Thank you so much. Wow, what a day.
That would be the best thing to see from an outside perspective. Who the fuck is in the car?
Imagine how many people thought they were somebody back then.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, wow.
After a while, we're like, what the fuck are we doing up here? We gotta get down, man. We're bringing attention to ourselves.
One time my friend and I took acid, went to Great Adventure, and we went into the Batman stunt show, and I turned to my friend, I'm like, it's amazing how they got Michael Keaton. Great Adventure. My friend's like, I don't think that's really him. I'm like, I think that is Mike. He got the same suit on.
It's amazing that you remembered Michael Keaton.
It must be him.
How much did Great Adventure from New Jersey pay Michael Keaton? And then we couldn't get to the bottom
They
of
could
it.
get him today.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Now you really want to do acid, don't you?
No, you never do. You never do, young man.
Well, how far into it would you know that it was going wrong?
You'll know when it's going wrong, and then there's no getting out.
Oh, really?
I mean, you got to ride it for hours and hours and hours, and that's and that's kind of the life lesson that you can't fight back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's the same with any feeling that hits you. The whole thing of I won't feel that. I was just talking to Fez about this the last hour, that you judge the feelings that you have all the time.
Oh, constantly. On whether they're right or wrong, not, or is that normal or abnormal?
Yeah, you can't do that.
Because it's all normal to you. It's you.
Have you ever taken acid, Fez?
No. The closest I ever came is one time Ronnie and I got dosed on the air. And I don't even know what that was with.
Somebody gave us pot cookies, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know how when you eat pot, it's more powerful.
That's almost like tripping, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's close to that. And he got very weird very quickly. And when we got off the air, I'm like, all right, Fuzzy, here's what we're going to do. And, he was like freaking. I go, I don't want to fucking be here. I didn't plan on this either.
Right.
Go with it. We're in a fucking studio. I'm going to put on some John Mayo Blues Breakers for us, and we're going to fucking put on some headphones and ride this motherfucking snake. And just ride it out.
That's all
and
you
he
can
kept
do.
Flipper was dosed too, right? Was he with us?
Yeah, Flipper got dosed too. Yeah.
So yeah, we were just fucking riding it, and I'm like, we're going to lay back. As soon as I try to lay back and listen to music, it just I don't know, man. I don't know.
I remember seeing those, you called them fireflies?
Yeah.
I remember seeing little sparks of light like that.
Oh, really?
I got sick and was in the bathroom and was laying on the tile floor, and you talked about patterns, and all I could see was the tile. And that close up, it looked really big, and I thought that Ronnie had me committed. I thought the floor was the wall of a mental institution.
And this was years before he had his regular problems,
Wow.
Yeah.
So talk about foreshadowing.
Wow.
But it was like an old lady who brought us the cookies, but she was like some fucking crazy old hippie lady with bad eyes that was allowed to fucking smoke pot and shit, And she brings that, hey, I want you to have these cookies. We're eating them and it's fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. And it was 40 minutes later, 30 minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck? I just get this feeling. I look up, and there's Fez and the other producer in the corner just giggling their asses off. And I go, you guys too? I go, is it the fucking cookies? That old witch brought us in. They're high as fuck.
The ceiling in the studio started to lower on me. That was the first thing I noticed.